It's time for Tidbit Tuesday. Hey, I think we're getting better.
I don't.
You don't think so?
I wish that we had an intro song so I didn't have to sing it every week.
If any of you people know how to make music, feel free to remix Tidbit Tuesday and make an intro for us, because I don't have time or skill. I'd have to learn how to become a music producer in order to make that intro. Hello everybody and welcome to Tidbit Tuesday. I am Josh.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is a segment where we talk about stuff and things typically around our relationship, around YouTube, around vlogging, around travel. If you are new to the channel, we usually do travel videos. This is a more general video. It's very chatty. So feel free to check out any of our other videos if you're interested in travel. Yeah. But today is chatting away. Anything to add?
No.
Okay, I talk a lot, so I try to give her space, but hold on.
You're in charge of this Tidbit
I forgot my phone somewhere. Oh, I'm sitting on it. I'm sitting on my phone, guys. Okay.
I'm letting you run this. I don't know what you're going to do.
So oftentimes for a Tidbit Tuesday, we will ask questions on Instagram. And today, I thought it'd be fun just to throw two quick ones in there before we get started on the main topic, which is vlogging business secrets or something to that effect. We'll do a bunch of keyword research on the title and make it very clickbaity, I'm sure. So I just threw out some questions to Instagram to just see what people had questions on real quick. And the first question is from Rathermoda. He says, I love you. Well, thank you, but I'm already taken. That's not a question either. Next one. VicRanT61 says...
That's a good one. Did you really sell everything to travel the world?
Yeah.
We did. We actually get a lot of comments of people saying...
That's BS. You didn't do that.
You didn't sell everything. You must have a storage unit at home.
We have some keepsakes, like memories, but
yeah.
We don't really have things.
Yeah, so we had 2 cars. We sold those. We sold...
2 cars gone.
Pretty much everything. What we have in our bags is what we own, other than... I have a box at my parents' house, and that's it.
It's the stuff that we have elsewhere is mostly just clothes that went out of season, or even style, and that's a suitcase worth.
Usually, I have 2 sweaters I think at my parents, because when we go there it's wintertime, so
it's actually same.
We're not.
I have some winter
carrying
clothes
it
back
everywhere,
home.
but other than that, no. We sold everything.
And you'll see why people ask that question a lot when we talk a little bit later about today's video. Second question, I thought I'd answer 2 of them. Sophia Yankel says, have you ever ran out of money traveling? And if so, what did you do? I don't think we ever ran out, because we were really aware of how much money we had.
Yeah.
But in 2017, early 2017, we decided to move to Mexico, because that's when we decided to really go all in on vlogging. And
I think we had 2,000 to our name.
Well, we had less than that if you did all the math on what we owed. So we had $600 to our name, period, I think, after everything. And we did the math and we thought, okay, with the amount that's coming in, we could probably live in Mexico and maybe start to grow a little bit and do okay. So we never ran out because we were careful with money. I'm in charge of the monies.
And Josh also has kind of a side job that he's able to ask for client work if he needs it. So usually if we are really low on cash, then he can get a hold of the client.
There's definitely been months where we spent more on the credit card than we currently had in the bank, but we projected that we would get the money in, which is not a smart way to do it.
No.
But it was kind of a necessary thing the way we were traveling for a while.
Yeah. We've never been in debt.
We've never been in debt. We've always paid our credit card off fully every single month. Yeah. Do that, people. Never spend more than you actually have.
It's so important.
Yeah, it's super important.
And being in debt would add so much more stress to our travels.
Oh, we couldn't do it.
It would be awful.
Okay, well that's enough for questions from Instagram. If you want to be part of these Tidbit Tuesday questions, make sure to follow our Instagram right here, or link is always in the description. In fact, there are tons of links in the description. There's very useful stuff, cool stuff, and fun stuff. So if you want to know anything about us, the links are probably in the description. But today we're going to talk about vlogging business secrets.
Yeah.
We often get questions about how do we afford to travel? How do we get a hold of companies? How do we get sponsorships? How do I know what videos to make? What gear do I use? And we're going to do our best to cover all of that in hopefully less than 20 minutes.
Yeah, this isn't we're not... We don't know all the answers.
No.
This is just what we've learned so far in our YouTube
by
career.
definition, we're professionals, I think. I wouldn't say we're experts. I'm not
Yeah.
sure anyone really is. This is still an emerging field, you guys.
For sure. But we have learned quite a few things that have helped us along the way, and it's taken us a while to learn, so why not let you guys know in on it, I guess.
I'm a big notebook fan, so I have here a little notebook I picked up in Estonia, I believe, in Latvia. Or, I mean,
Is that relevant?
Anyways, we wrote it with a fountain pen, and we're continuing the questions. Okay, so vlogging business secrets. We thought we'd start with just the videos themselves.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on to like the more business side. So it's going to start a little bit general and then move in. So when you're starting your channel, we would recommend either knowing right off the bat or intentionally developing the ideal audience that you want. In business speak, it's often called an avatar.
Yeah.
You imagine a person or a group of people that is exactly who you want to be watching your videos, and you keep that in mind every time you make a video. For us, it would likely be a married couple, probably late 20s to early 40s. We could get more specific, but we're just kind of explaining it. Who are interested in travel, probably come from a small town in the U.S.
Yeah, not really long-term travel, but short-term travel, knowing that they're taking vacations, maybe a longer vacation, but understanding that they have a little bit of money to spend while they're out.
Middle-class income, maybe they have 1 or 2 kids, not a big family type deal. People who are similar to us. Actually, that really helps. So when you're developing your avatar, it's probably best to be yourself. To like think of yourself, but like a version of yourself that you aspire to, perhaps, or that you really want to draw to yourself.
Yeah, there are tons of business podcasts that talk about choosing your avatar for your business or your So just check those out if you're interested more in figuring out who your avatar is.
One thing we didn't write in here, but it just occurred to me when I misread something, was consistency. When you start doing your videos, make them consistent. Figure out a schedule that works with your current schedule of life, school, work, whatever it is.
Yeah. And
be consistent and try and do a little more than you think may be possible without stressing yourself out too hard or burning out. Because in 2018, YouTube, a lot of content helps.
And also post how often or what your consistency is so that your audience knows exactly when to expect those.
All right, so here we have, how do you make a good video? This is something that we try to do. We're not always successful in every video, but when you're creating a video, you want to create something that's searchable or is inherently intriguing. Viral videos are often like a crazy concept. You look at it and you're like, oh, I wonder what would happen if I did X. Like if I dropped if I put a hot knife next to a piece of plastic. Like it's something intriguing. Or in terms of travel, searchable. So if we're going somewhere, we often look up what people are looking up about that place. Yeah. And if we think it's relevant to our channel, we'll try and make a video about it or including it.
Now that we're looking at it more as a business, the more we're realizing how important it is to go to places that people are searching for and looking for. Therefore, cities are going to be more prominent in our videos. Going to places that are far off that nobody knows about is really fun, and I love doing that. And we won't stop doing that, but we won't do it as often because our videos just won't be found.
And along with that, the title and the thumbnail should reflect those key things that you want people to find your video through. The title and the thumbnail are like the biggest thing. The title should be very clear up front what it's about. Not necessarily fully descriptive, but you don't want to go into full clickbait territory until you start getting become a bigger channel, because full clickbait in the beginning can actually really hurt your channel.
Yeah. And
people just won't watch.
And we find that tags really help for people finding you after the fact.
Like long tail is the search engine optimization term, like into the future.
Yeah.
And specific phrases.
So a company that, it's not a sponsorship or anything, but we use TubeBuddy.
TubeBuddy.
And so TubeBuddy really helps us out with all our tags. And
do I have a link in the description for TubeBuddy?
I don't know, but I think you can put one in.
I should add a link in the description for TubeBuddy, and if you sign up, we get money from it.
We do have an affiliate with them.
So they're not sponsored.
But we do use them all the time, and we can also see
literally every video,
other people's numbers and our numbers together, which is mostly what I would like to look at.
What tags they're ranking for, and it's a great analysis tool as well as research for your own stuff.
Yeah, so check out TubeBuddy.
Okay, in terms of a video itself, not only should it be searchable, but along the lines of intriguing, there should be a hook in the beginning. What do I mean by a hook? Something within the first minute or so that makes them go, oh, okay. For us, it's taken the place of, it's shown up in the form of our intro sometimes, or in terms of travel. Sometimes we'll say something interesting about a specific place, or sometimes unintentionally we've just said like a wrong fact in the first minute, and after the fact we learned like, oh, that's super controversial there, and it helped us and benefited us even though we didn't necessarily mean to.
After we posted it.
So if you can find a way to do that in an honest and not really tricky way, it's good for your video to put something interesting in the very, very, very beginning. Get people hooked on it really fast. So about our intro and outro, you had something to say about that specifically.
Yeah, so last year when we were in Finland, we decided to start doing an intro that we used all the time.
It was like the same one every day.
Yeah, and so to us, we were realizing that people weren't subscribing to, it seemed to not be subscribing to our channel, and we were saying, we were either, like, when you say it verbally, people are more likely to do it, but we were just forgetting every single time. And or we would do it at the very end, which really, like, drop-off rates are around mid-range of all of our videos.
Pretty much every video that anyone watches on the internet, unless it's amazing, they're only going to watch half of it.
Yeah, so we decided to actually put that at the beginning. We realized that a lot of people, like, when they are subscribing, don't know who we are, so we like to say we're Josh and Ashley.
Let's do the intro quick. Good morning, Wave fam from X country.
I'm Ashley, this is Josh. Welcome to our channel.
We sold everything to travel the world, and now we want to share with you the way away.
So be sure to subscribe down below, give us a like, and hit that bell to follow more of our adventures.
Let's go.
Something like that.
It introduces who we are. It gives a really quick backstory, which is part of the hook. And then she calls out, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell. You don't have to do the whole thing, but calling it out is important. People are open to suggestion.
It doesn't always work, and it might get annoying to some people, but to us it's important because it's our business, and we want to be able to remind people, the thumbs up means a lot. Like, it really does.
Yeah.
The bell means a ton, because then you and others see our videos when they come out. And then, and then subscribing obviously means a lot because...
Super helpful.
Yeah.
And then as our outro, we always say, I hope we encouraged you to get out there and travel today, and we'll see you in the next video. So, again, stating our purpose for the video, we hope we encourage them to get out and travel, and reminding them we have more videos coming in the future, so stick around.
Yeah, and that's something that we've had the whole time we've been making videos.
And if someone stuck around to the end, you can be sure that they're interested, basically.
Yeah, and our whole desire is to inspire you guys and encourage you to travel, so... Yeah.
Okay, so one last thing about the videos themselves. I truly believe in personality over style. Even though I'm more of a filmmaker-minded person, you can have a really, really crappy camera and microphone and make incredibly interesting videos. Now, it does help to have a nice camera and microphone, but your personality is going to win out over a good quality video every time.
Yeah.
People always comment on Ashley's personality and how smiley and happy she is, and she happens to naturally be a very happy, smiley person. So she's in front of the camera a lot more than I am. Because,
but like, if we sit down and watch like videos that are literally just shots of things,
if it's just
like
shots of stuff,
5 minutes, you get really tired of that. It doesn't really quickly.
I don't care how beautiful the shots are. I'm personally not interested in just a montage of scenery. Some people are. There's a market for that.
Yeah.
I think it's a little smaller than feeling like you're interacting with a human.
I think like 3 minutes is pretty max for a video.
3 minutes
like
of it
that
is about max for just shots.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, so personality is really good. If you're going to do a vlog, you need to have your personality in there.
Now specifically onto the businessy part. This is the part you've all been waiting for. The juicy tidbit secrets. We're at 14 minutes. We only have 6 minutes to share this now.
We've been asked these questions a lot.
These are questions we get asked all the time. There doesn't seem to be good information out there about it. This is stuff we've learned and figured out. It's still an emerging market, so these things can change. This is all subject to your personal experience. All those caveats. Here we go. Sponsorships, partnerships. How do you get them? How do they work?
Yeah, so first, when we decided that, we want to get a hold of companies, tourism boards, or sponsorships, partnerships, we needed to come up with kind of like a resume. It's called a media kit or a media deck in the media realm. when I was looking up information, there was barely any information about it. It was really difficult to find info. So
it's basically a one-page PDF with all the pertinent information about you as a brand. Your name, what you stand for, some important numbers like views and subscribers, different things.
We also have examples of our campaigns that we've done with other companies, and it's clickable so that those companies, when you send it to them, they can just easily click on an example and it'll pop up on the screen.
And it's nice to have it look stylized, something that aligns with the style of your brand, like what your personal aesthetic is. Are you funky? Are you too cool for school? Are you very designer chic? You know, like what's your style? Make it kind of along those lines. And a great place to do this is in Canva. The website is, it's just Canva. I think type Canva and you can find a good design.
Like the social media and social media influencers, as it continues to grow, the companies are getting more and more of these. So you want to make yours stand out. You want to make it good. Different. Yeah, and to the point, because these companies do not have time to go and read 10 pages of your life.
How do you find sponsors? Do they just come to you? Yes, they come to you, but a lot of the ones that come to you, like I'd say 95% of the emails that we receive is frankly junk.
Yeah.
It's crap stuff that maybe your brand is about showing crap stuff. No offense, but like maybe you're like, I just want to show a bunch of junk.
Yeah.
Like that. There's a market for that. Fair enough. So, but that's not what we're interested in. And of course, we're travel focused generally for this channel. So most of the stuff we want is travel focused, and finding something that's truly useful and can fit its way into our realm is a lot harder. So the sorts of partnerships that you have coming in are very limited, and as you start to have more subscribers, or perhaps you grow in a specific region or market, you may get more pointed emails.
Yeah.
But reaching out to companies is the best way, and Ashley does a lot of this.
Yeah, so Laura also helps me out with this, but finding companies, it's important to, like, when I'm looking for tourism boards or companies, it's important to find the right person to talk to. Yes. Most websites have a general email, but if you can search for the email of the person who's in charge of marketing or in charge of PR, that is most important, because then your email isn't being bounced around or getting lost, but it's actually going directly to the person. Although sometimes you will need to email the general email, just ask for them to get you get a hold of the correct person.
Just say, hi, my name is so-and-so. I have a brand focused on X. I'd like to speak to whoever's in charge of PR or marketing. Simple email just like that. And you might get an email response back saying, oh yeah, email Leslie at blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Okay, moving on. How much are you...
Hold on. I did want to say one other thing.
Okay.
There's a website called FameBit. It's owned by YouTube.
Oh, right? Yeah. Well, they just bought it in 2016.
Yeah, and as influencers, you can go on there. Companies post different things that they want influencers to promote. So that's one thing that we've used. We've only used it successfully once. And FameBit does take a cut out of what you 10%. Make. But it is an option for you to look at different opportunities.
There you go, FameBit. Okay, how much are you worth? There are websites that can help calculate this for you. I found them in the beginning to actually rate us really low. Now they seem to rate us a little better. Maybe I just overestimated my own worth in the beginning. I don't know. But that's often not the case. Well, either you blow it out of proportion, you're like, no, you should pay me $5,000 for this, or they totally underrate it, like, that's $50.
Every company is going to be different.
So, again, like she said, every company is going to be different. But as a general rule, starting out when you're beginning to feel the field and sending companies numbers, like, I'll do a video with an inclusion and a link in the description for X amount. What's a good way to calculate that? So, in YouTube, there's this thing called CPM. It's called cost per milli. Milli means thousand. So, it's how much someone will pay YouTube to place an ad on your video for every 1,000 views that video gets. In the US, that's around, say, $6 to $7 per 1,000 views.
So these are the ads that are at the beginning of the video, and then people can add, if your video is more than 10 minutes, you can add whatever amount of ads you want after that.
So,
and also, so it's those little pop-up ones in the bottom.
So how I've sort of calculated a rough estimate of what I think I should charge someone to record myself and place the ad in the video myself would be, I would calculate approximately how many views I think the video will get, or based on an average of all my other views. Yeah. And then I multiply that number by the CPM. So let's say I think a video is going to get 1,000 views and the CPM is $6. That means I would charge $6 plus an influencer fee, because I'm endorsing a product essentially, whether I'm saying I'm endorsing or not. If I'm talking about it on my channel, I'm endorsing it. And strictly speaking, that's sort of selling your soul and losing a little bit of respectability every time you do it. So you need to be paid for that. Oh shoot, we're over 20 minutes. So it is cost per milli plus how many views you think it'll get, or average views, plus a small fee, say $50 in the beginning for an influencer fee, and you have a cost of $75 in the beginning to do an ad placement in your video. And then as you get views and they go up and you become more respectable as an influencer, your influencer fee can increase. It's just a good starting place. This is a general...
All this information is good if you put it in a rate sheet. And a rate sheet is just a one sheet that shares what you'll do for a company and what the price will be. So it's an easy way to just send it to a company saying, these are our prices, whether we're doing a 5-day campaign or a one inclusion video or an Instagram story takeover and an Instagram. It has all these laid out of what the price is, so the company knows what to expect, what you're asking for. And usually there needs to be room for negotiation.
And she mentioned something real quick, a campaign. Basically, that's if you're going to do a group of videos, say you're going to do 3 or 5 videos for a single company, that's often a good upsell, if it were, for a company. So instead of doing one video, like a one-off video, you can say, hey, I'll give you a discount if we can do 3 videos, and it'll get you more view time, a better narrative in the ad placement, that sort of thing. So it's better for the company overall, better for your audience overall, so you don't have to do a giant sellout in a single video, and it's just better for everyone all around. So great value for companies, good value for you. Campaigns are a great way to try and make more money and sell more stuff.
And be more natural.
Let's see. Oh, real quick, I mentioned CPM before, cost per milli. That amount varies per country and per industry. So our main market is the U.S. Like I mentioned, that's around $6 per 1,000 views on a video. Right. Some places are much higher, like Finland, much higher. We were just recently in India. The cost per milli is much lower, and that is strictly based on the economy of the local country and how much advertisers are willing to spend to get their return on investment.
Yeah. So YouTube channels who do videos, like say a US-based YouTube channel that's in that one base, they pretty much can guess pretty much what their income will be from that. Whereas if
traveling is a little harder.
Yeah, because we are getting CPMs from all different countries, which change in every country.
And I also mentioned depending, your CPM can change depending on what market you're in. If your channel is all about luxury vehicles, you can bet that you're going to make like $25 if someone clicks on an ad on your video. But if you're doing makeup videos, you might get 25 cents if someone clicks on your video.
So one of our more recent videos, the McDonald's video, because it was specifically a brand
and a product,
McDonald's, they were able to partner like fast food commercials or something and get paid more because of that.
Very specific ads were able to play against that video because it was a very specific video. It was about a thing. So something to keep in mind. Do I have any other things? Oh yes. Lastly, don't start YouTube as a career path.
Well, don't expect YouTube monetization to actually be your only source of income.
In the first year of YouTube, we made $100.
Yeah.
The first year of YouTube, we made $100.
Yeah. And it still is currently, like, our
we're in year 3.
Monetization is not...
We're in year 3, and just ads alone is not enough to pay the bills. We have to do partnerships. I have to work on the side. We have to be very creative.
Yeah, and Patreon.
And we also have Patreon.
We really rely on them as well.
So take it slow. Play the long game. Don't hope and expect to blow up and become a viral success. If you just chase viral views, you're probably gonna be disappointed because frankly, the chances are low, and it's very hard to engineer a viral success as an individual person. There are actually companies that can do it pretty easily, but as a person by yourself, without much income or networking, it's very hard to do.
And it also depends on what you're making videos about.
Yep. So plan for the long term. Plan to do YouTube for 4 to 5 years before getting any traction. I'm sorry, but that's the honest truth. And just work really hard at it. It's your job, you know? But don't expect to get money from your job for 4 years. Sorry.
We still have gotten money. It's just not enough to live
It's
off
just
of.
not quite enough. And then lastly, always be plugging. So even if you're not doing a sponsored video, have something to recommend to your audience. Whether it's like, hey, make sure to follow me on Instagram, or I made you guys a quick little guide on how to do X. Click the link there, and then from that you can get emails, and you can send people emails about future stuff.
Or merchandise, or Airbnb, or
just try
everything.
Just try to mention something. Any chance you get, let people give them something of value. Obviously, like it's like something actually helpful. Yeah. Or if they're just more interested in your brand, they can like follow your Instagram or your Twitter, whatever it is. Always have something to mention to the audience.
Yeah, because that makes when you do it not seem quite as strange. Whenever
I suppose, yeah.
You do sponsorships, you can kind of guess that your numbers will be lower, but it's just better that your audience knows what to expect from you.
Okay, I hope this gave you some information. If you have any ideas about what we should talk about in the next Tidbit Tuesday, I'm going to have a pinned comment. See that call out? Mm-hmm. And then go down to that pinned comment and tell us what you think we should talk about in the next video.
And below, let us know if there are any other questions that you have about YouTube as a business. We're an open book. We're learning, and we don't have all the answers, but we have definitely learned a lot in the last 3 years.
All right.
So, all right. Have a good day, and we'll see you in the next video.